Paxton, Trent, listeners and viewers at home, here is this week's Hammons Trivia. Unsurprisingly, the teams with the most total wins in a season typically play for national titles.
Typically.
No big surprise there. Teams such as Alabama, Clemson, Arkansas, Ohio State. Normal teams that compete year in and year out for national titles.
Oklahoma.
However, dating back to 2012, the last 10 seasons, so including this season that is wrapping up now, over the last 10 years, who are the top 4 winningest Power 5 programs to not play for a national championship? Now, let me go over this question again.
Okay.
Traditionally, over the last 10 years, teams like Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, these are the teams that are in the playoffs every single year. They go to the national championship. Win or lose, they're playing for a national championship. Over the course of the last 10 years, dating back to 2012, who are the 4 winningest programs, Power 5, that have not even played for a national championship?
Since 2012.
Since 2012.
Okay. OU has to be in this list. You said top 5?
Top 5? What?
Top 5 programs? Who
are the 4 schools?
4 schools.
Yes, with the most wins over the last 10 years that have not played for a championship.
Definitely OU.
Definitely OU.
Definitely OU.
Lock it in.
We'll lock that one in.
Lock it in.
Oklahoma, correct.
Yeah.
They have 106 wins over the last 10 years. 4th most wins have not appeared in a national championship game.
That's crazy.
And these are Power 5 schools?
Power 5s, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that makes it better.
Like the 5th place team on most wins in the last 10 years is like Boise State.
Yeah. Okay.
OU was an easy one.
Oregon's played for...
since 2012. Who was in 2000? Was it Notre Dame and Bama?
Yes,
that
it was, actually. That was 2012. 2013 was Florida State and Auburn.
What about Georgia?
They've played for a national championship.
Yeah, that's right.
They lost to Bama in 2017.
What about... Would Florida even make the list since 2012?
No. They have not been that winning. Yeah. They haven't, no.
Iowa?
Can't imagine.
Wisconsin?
Maybe. They might be in there. Wisconsin definitely.
I'm thinking about teams that can, like OU, get to the playoff, but just can't go. So I'm thinking Iowa.
Michigan State might be up there. Michigan State went to a playoff.
And they've been good.
They've been very good.
They've been good since 2012.
I feel like they've gone at least 8-4 just about every season since 2012.
Why don't you Google the question real quick?
Yeah. Here, I will close that. Oh, man. How many misses do we get?
I'll give you one miss.
Okay.
It's difficult because you have to think about teams that are good but not too good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's good but not good enough?
I think Iowa. I think Iowa is probably one. Don't you?
What about Oklahoma State?
No. They go 8-4 too often, and 9-3.
That's what Wisconsin does. That's what Iowa does. Iowa always starts the year well, and then they end up with 3 or 4 losses.
Yeah, but Iowa is in like the top 5 a lot, and they've been to the playoff.
No, they haven't.
Iowa?
They didn't go. Michigan State went that year that they went to the Big Ten championship game.
Yeah, they won like 1-0, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, 1-0. You just done switching?
Yeah, I'm like, for this, I'm just putting you in the corner, and we'll have it on me.
Okay.
So they can at least see both of us. Because I want to think. Man, I'm telling you, I think Iowa could be it, but we'll wait.
Who could it be from the ACC? I really can't see anyone else in the ACC.
North Carolina.
No, they haven't been that good for that long.
That would be the only other team that I could think of. Florida State, but
no, they've had some shitty years.
I definitely don't think it's Oklahoma State.
Okay.
I would say Iowa before Oklahoma State.
I wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Oklahoma State has had some years like this year where they're like right on the fringe of the playoff, or seems like they always go 9-3. Could it be anyone from the SEC?
Yeah, I mean, I think
LSU maybe. LSU's played for a national championship. They won a national championship. Maybe A&M.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I just read off their record, and they've been 8-5, like 5 out of the last 10 years.
That surprised me.
They were horrible in the Big 12, by the way. Horrible.
What am I thinking about? When we lost,
I have no idea.
We beat them, and they were like,
I feel us going on. Let's stay focused here. I felt
keep
that one getting away.
There was a time they were like top 5 for sure. It was probably mid-season, and they lost a bunch of games.
I really think a safer bet would be Michigan State.
What about Pac-12? Let's think about the Pac-12.
Okay. Well, the only team in the Pac-12 good enough to do that is Oregon, and they played in a national championship.
And that was like 2015.
Yeah.
Something like
that. It was when Marcus Mariota was there. No one else is good enough. I think we got to go with a Big Ten team, whether it be Wisconsin.
We get one miss.
Ooh, Penn State.
Penn State, 2012. When did Joe Pa die? Or when did he stop coaching?
It was around that time.
Because they went through that issue.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. That's a nice way of putting it.
It's an issue. It was an issue.
Yeah, that's for sure. Shit, man. This is hard. Anyone else from the SEC?
Yeah, I honestly think
okay, let's go Iowa.
Sure, Michigan State, or Wisconsin. It might be all three of them.
Let's go Iowa.
All right, we get one miss.
One miss.
Okay, we'll just go Iowa. Final answer.
Iowa. Incorrect. Gentlemen, you're struggling a little bit.
Yeah, please help us.
I'm going to help you.
Clearly.
You've got Oklahoma, fourth in wins over the last decade, 106 wins. The three other teams you're looking for
have less.
have fewer. The three other teams you're looking for have 85 wins or more. So it's not some absurd where they have to be.
What did OU have?
It has to be A&M.
106.
Has to be A&M.
The three other teams have, I'll give you the numbers. The three other teams over the last 10 years have 85, 89, and 92 wins.
One of those has to be A&M.
Dude, I think it could.
They have not had a losing season since they entered the SEC.
Oh, shit. Wrong.
Nobody got anything right.
Hey,
Nobody got anything right. Nope. Thank you. No.
I'm going A&M. Lock it in.
All right. A&M.
Texas A&M. Correct.
Woo!
Sorry,
Texas A&M, 85 wins. They have the 11th most wins in the last 2 years.
Each of these teams has more than 85 wins.
The two teams remaining have 92 and 89 wins.
How many did OU have?
106.
That'll be a good reference for me.
Dude.
Do you think it could be?
It might be OSU.
Do you think it might be? What about, Baylor?
No, they've had bad years. They've had 4 and 8 years.
2012 was RG3, so they start off good.
Yeah, but they've also had 4 and 8 years since then.
Have they?
Yeah. And
not TCU.
No, they've had bad years too. It could be Oklahoma State. It could also be
Could it be?
I think Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin lock it in.
Yeah.
I think Wisconsin has 92 wins.
I'm down for Wisconsin or Michigan State.
I'm going to say let's lock in Wisconsin. I think they have 92.
Lock it in?
Lock it in.
Wisconsin, correct. 92 wins.
Yes.
The 7th most wins in the last 10 years.
Michigan State? Just say it.
I don't know. Hang on. We got OU.
Well, after he said the
Wisconsin.
amount of wins, and now I'm like, OSU could be. They could be.
Okay, we have
how many seasons?
We have one from the SEC, one from the Pac-10, or one from the Big 10, and one from the Big 12. Is it a school from one of those three conferences?
Yes.
Okay. So that narrows it down.
What'd you ask him? Sorry, it's tuned out.
It's not an ACC or Pac-12 team.
Okay.
Yes. So
Hang
it's
on.
The final team you're looking for.
What are you doing?
I'm not cheating. I'm gonna have my calculator.
Okay.
Okay. It's 9 football seasons.
Yes.
10.
85.
10.
85 wins or more. So
they
85 wins divided by
8.5 wins a game.
8.5 wins.
And they have 89
season.
wins.
Yes, correct.
So they're averaging almost 9 wins a season.
Yeah, I don't know about OSU. Well, maybe they have 10-win seasons sometimes.
They've had good seasons, but that's a
tough one.
razor thin margin.
9 dubs.
Man,
9 dubs.
I don't think it could be anyone else in the SEC. There's no one else in the SEC that's that good. Like, Florida is good, but they've had some bad years recently.
When's the last time? When did Auburn play in the national championship?
2013.
Shit.
Yeah, and like 2015.
Yeah.
So it can't be Auburn. Let's think about the Big Ten. Is it Michigan?
No.
Dude, Michigan has had really good years, and they've had Harbaugh since like 2012, like since the last time.
They got Harbaugh in like 2014.
Maybe it was like 2013, but yeah, it was right around that time. But
Yeah,
they've been really good since then.
I would say Wisconsin before them.
We already said Wisconsin.
Or Michigan State, I mean.
No, Michigan has been better than Michigan State the last 10 years.
You think?
Yes. They're always irrelevant in the conversation of like a national championship, but they're good but not good enough. And I don't think Michigan State is historically good enough to make this list. Penn State's gone through trouble. We both don't think it could be Oklahoma State. That 9 wins a game is just too hard to manage.
To average out.
I think it's Michigan.
Man, OSU might have done it.
Michigan, 89 wins.
Yeah. It's either Michigan or Oklahoma State. I'm starting to think it could be Oklahoma State because they have also...
If a team averages 9 wins a season, that means they've had years where they average 7 wins, but also years where they have 11 wins.
Yeah, and I mean, they win
Michigan
bowl games. They've won some bowl games, and those bowl games help.
Yeah, Michigan's also won bowl games, and Michigan has never beaten Ohio State until this year since they hired Jim Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always been their Achilles heel for getting into the national championship or getting into the Big Ten championship,
right.
Even though they've always gone like 8-4, 9-3, 10-2, 11-1.
Okay.
I say Michigan.
Let's do it.
89 wins, Michigan.
Lock it in?
Lock it in.
Michigan, incorrect.
That's it, isn't it?
Even though Michigan State has been to a playoff in the last 10 years, we choose Michigan.
It was Michigan State.
It is Oklahoma State.
Oh, my God.
Over the last 10 years, Oklahoma State has 89 wins, the 10th most of any Power 5 program. No,
We were right there. I bet Michigan's,
We were.
Yeah.
I bet Michigan's at like 83 wins.
Michigan, Penn State, and Iowa all have 83.
Wow. Holy shit, man.
So
we were saying
so the winningest teams.
We were within 6
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah,
So,
the winningest teams to not make the playoff in the last 10 years or play for a national championship. Oklahoma 106, Wisconsin 92, Oklahoma State 89, Texas A&M 85, and then Michigan, Penn State, and Iowa all with 83.
Hey, we were right there.
We
man.
were.
Yeah.
We were close.
You were close.
That was tough.
But no cigar. No cigar.